drugs. I'm married to the air, pistol under the battery, dope in the gas. Oh, we're sick with it, we is super sick with it.
What's up guys, it's Sick With It here, coming to you with the MAGDK build video for PvP for the Murkmire patch. This is the build that I've been using for the last couple of months. It's something really simple, something easy, and it's really not hard to get. So, this is the stat sheet, this is what it looks like. Close to 38k max mag, close to 25k health, and almost 19.4k max stam, 2300 spell damage, not bad, and 2700 critical resistance. So that's what it looks like there, fully buffed. This is without a light attack, and this is without a continuous attack. It'll be much higher. So we are using tri-stat foods. Now you can use the other food that I'll show you guys in a minute. The one from, I believe it's Rothgar or Somerset, one of the two. And then we're using the Atronach Mundustone. Oh yeah, and we are a Dark Elf. You can be an Argonian, but I prefer Dark Elf because it's a lot better. The damage output is very evident. So let's get into the gear that we're using. We are using Resto Destro build. This is the first set we're using is the Silks of the Sun. It's pretty obvious. Nirnhoned Inferno Staff with I'm running poisons. You can run these poisons, gradual health drain poison. Gives them a dot and puts health to you. Or you could use increased cost, or hindrance with defile is pretty nice as well. So it's up to you. And then on the back bar, we are using the Black Rose Restoration Staff. This is not the perfected one, but I got the regular one, the normal one. 2 items. Basically, it's a steadfast sword applies major vitality to you or your target for 3 seconds, increasing the healing taken on your target by 30%. So with this setup, I'll show you one of the skills that I use for this, so you're guaranteed to get that major vitality. So the back bar is not going to have any sun, but it's going to have the Restoration Staff of Black Rose. We're using Shackle Breaker, 5-1-1 setup, so 5 light, 1 heavy. 1 medium. On the big pieces, I'm running infused. I got medium legs, infused with the triple enchant. And then we are running Pirate Skeleton. Pirate Skeleton, it can be found in Blackheart Haven. It's a very interesting set. A lot of people stop using it for a while, because especially with all the zerking going on in Cyrodiil. But if you're going to be in a group, this is great because you know, you basically you don't take damage for a while, and you become almost invincible if you know how to play. If you don't want to use that, you could use Valken Scoria, Grothdar, or Bloodspawn. But I like Pirate Skeleton right now. Infused on the big pieces, like I said, Impen on the other pieces, and then the jewelry is all arcane with spell damage glyph. Now on the resto bar, I'm running a weapon damage enchant and decisive. Now you could go infused or defending or powered if you want. I like decisive because, you know, you get your extra ultimate, especially if you complete a nice big heavy attack. You get that extra ultimate, and it makes a difference, believe it or not, because you're not running Bloodspawn, so you don't get ultimate as fast. So just keep that in mind. The skills we're using, the front bar, of course, Burning Embers. Going to use this as our burst heal. Okay, so make sure you put this on anyone and everyone. Templars can purify it, but anyone that you see that's not a Templar, or even if they are Templar, just put it on them, because it does heal you for a lot. Fossilize is the other one that we're using. You can use Shattering Rocks, but the extra root that I like, that it has with Fossilize, I like Fossilize a little bit more better this patch. Flame Lash, bread and butter DPS. You know what this does. Cauterize. Cauterize is very, very important on this build. You could use Flames of Oblivion if you know how to manage your health. I still have trouble with that because it's, I mean, MAGDKs are not optimal as they used to be, especially if you're using light armor. So Cauterize is the way to go. It gives you healing and it increases your spell critical, which is nice. Now, I'm using Engulfing Flames here, but you can change it out. If you're playing in a group, you could use Choking Talons or Burning Talons. I prefer Choking Talons because it gives a minor maim. Or you could use Deep Breath or Draw Essence. It's completely up to you. It's like, you can't go wrong with either one. Okay? But if you don't want to use that, you can also use Empowering Chains, because you know how everyone likes to run away from you for 72 hours across the map, and yeah. So this is for those bastards that like to run away from me. Just keep training to them and they can't get away from me. The ultimate we're using is Ferocious Leap. We know what this does. You can take this out and put Meteor if you want, or the standard if you're in group play. But I like the Leap because it's cheap and it does a lot of damage and it hits a lot of people. So it's nice to have. On the back bar we have Mutagen. Now you can take out Mutagen and put on Deep Breath. But I like using Mutagen because I'm always in a group. So I'm always having 1 or 2 or 3 people with me. So it helps out with that as well, with the heals. Reflective Plate. We all know what this does. Pretty OP. Volatile Armor. I like this because of the extra dot that it puts on people. You could use Hardened Armor if you want. It's completely up to you. Coagulating Blood. Now this is going to be like your oh shit heal. I know they nerfed it, but it actually helps a lot because with your Ward Ally, we're using Ward Ally instead of Healing Ward. And the reason why we're using Ward Ally is because we're guaranteed to get the shield. If we were using Healing Ward, it's going to throw it onto the person with the lowest health. So if you're running low on health and someone else is low on health, there's no guarantee that you're going to get that shield. So I use this after I proc that, because of the Black Rose Restoration Staff ability. You hit this Coagulating Blood, and then you hit the Mutagen, and then by then you should have your Cauterize and your Burning Embers activated, and that's just going to literally heal you back up to full health. This thing in duels is really nasty. It has troubles with bleed builds and defile builds, but if you're fighting a regular Sork or somebody, like, this thing is crazy, especially when it procs the Pirate Skeleton. So Coagulating Blood, you're not going to spam it. It's just going to be used as your oh shit heal. You're going to be using your Burning Embers and your Cauterize as your main heal. Alright. And then on the ultimate, we could use either the Light's Champion or the Temporal Guard. You can't go wrong with either one. If you're running the skeleton, Pirate Skeleton, you don't need Temporal Guard because it kind of defeats the purpose of it. So you could use Bloodspawn and then run with Temporal Guard. Or if you want, you can go strictly defensive and put Ferocious Leap on the back and put Shooting Star on the front. It's strictly up to you, however you want to play. So if you like having Ferocious Leap on the back bar, it does give you that nice shield that absorbs 51% of your max health for 6 seconds, which is not bad at all. Especially because the sun gives you extra health, it makes a difference. So it's strictly up to you. I like running the healing ulti, the Rest ulti, because if you pop that with the healing ward, with the Ward Ally, and your Coagulating Blood, and then your Pirate Skeleton procs, you're still getting healed, believe it or not. I know the Pirate Skeleton says that it does, it gives you Defile, I believe it is, right? Yeah, it gives you Defile for 12 seconds. But, I mean, it really makes a difference, trust me. Like, you become invincible, and then you can go straight offensive, and then just obliterate anyone in front of you. So, let's go to the consumables that we're using. We are using the the Clockwork City food, the Clockwork Citrus Fillet. This one's really nice. I like that one. The Long Fist Pasty with melon. This one's really good. And then for we're using the Spell Power Pots, or the Spell Pots from Cyrodiil. Essence of Detection for all those fucking Nightblades that go stealth every fucking 10 seconds. Tripods, move abilities, and Lingering Health. Lingering Health is really cool with this build because you actually get to pop this before you go into any battle. And yeah, it's a it's a boss, and so I'll let you know. So those are the consumables. Let's go to the CP points. So we got 51 into Warlord, 10 into Sprinter, 40 into Tenacity, 75 Arcanist, 43 Mooncalf, and 51 into Tumbling. We have 21 into Elfborn, 64 into Elemental Expert, and 46 into Spell Erosion. 81 into Master at Arms, and we have 58 into Thaumaturge. 71 Ironclad, 71 Resistant, 30 Hardy, 27 Elemental Defender, and 31 Thick-Skinned, 8 Expert Defender, and 32 into Creep Recovery. So if you guys don't want to use Shackle Breaker, you guys could use Lich and Sun or Indomitable Fury. Indomitable Fury, I've been testing it out lately and playing with it. It actually works pretty good with Bloodspawn. Yeah, it's fun to play. I'm still testing it out and trying to get a feel for it, but it's really fun to play. That with Sun and Shackle and Bloodspawn works really well. So that's another one that I like to use. And if you don't want to use Sun, you could use Burning Spellweave instead. I'm still trying to get that elusive Burning Spellweave Inferno Staff, but once I do, I think I'll be switching over from Sun to Burning Spellweave, because it just gives you so much more damage, way more damage, and your tooltips will be a lot higher, and your damage output is noticeable. Alright guys, so that's the build. If you guys have any feedback or comments, please let me know. If you guys like the video, like, comment, and subscribe. And then I try to put a video out every week or two. I'll be on vacation from work for a while, because I have some time to spare, so yeah, I'll be trying to make some more videos with this build, and then I'll be putting out my Magic and Nightblade build video either sometime this week or next week. So that's the video, guys. If you like it, thanks. If not, that's okay. I'll just still have to kill you with it. Alright, man. Merry Christmas, and you guys have a Happy New Year. Thank you.
All kind of drugs. I'm married to the air. Pistol under the battery, dope in the gas. Oh, we're sick with it. We